Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, to the Divine Mother, and all sages and saints, and to each of you, divine soul, watching today's satsang. We are currently studying the mysticism of Devi Mahatmya, a very powerful scripture on worship of God as Mother. So today we will be commentaries by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So today we will be chanting the verse for meditation on Maha Lakshmi, and then we will study its mystical meaning. So the verse is Om अक्षस्रकपरशुं गदेषु कुलिशं पद्मं धनुष्कुण्डिकां दण्डं शक्तिमसिं च चर्म जलजं घण्टां सुराभाजनं शूलं पाशसुदर्शने च ददतीं हस्ते प्रसन्नाननां सेवे सैरिभ मर्दिनीमिः महालक्ष्मीं सरोजस्थिताम्. This means I worship Goddess Maha Lakshmi, who is seated on the lotus of cheerful face, the destroyer of the demon Mahishasura, who holds in her 18 hands. So she's holding many things. She's holding a rosary, axe, mace, arrow, thunderbolt, lotus, bow, pitcher, rod, spear, sword, shield, conch, bell, wine cup, trident, noose, and the discus or Sudarshana chakra. So the mystical meaning is that the spirit of distraction is symbolized by Mahishasura, the demon, who appears in the form of a buffalo. The seat of lotus is the symbol of unfoldment. With the advent of Mahalakshmi, an aspirant begins to conquer the distractions of his mind, which have their roots in the subtle desires of the unconscious, and then the divine potentiality begins to blossom like the lotus. And the lotus in the Sanatana Dharma and many other religions has very deep implications, because it grows in muck and marshy lands, but yet when it comes out, it is looking at the sun and radiant, beaming, and any drop of water just rolls over it. The leaves are so finely refined, no water sticks to it. So the mystical meaning is that we should also live in this world just like the lotus flower. Although we see a lot of stress and muck around us, we should radiate like the lotus itself. So her many hands symbolize her numerous powers. Devotion is symbolized by the mala, japa mala, rosary. Axe is the wisdom by which an aspirant cuts down the tree of the world process. Mace is the strength of purity by which the obstacles on the spiritual path are pulverized. Pure thoughts emerge from the mind, even like arrows of the Devi, for destroying the painful thought waves of the mind. The indomitable faith of the aspirant is the thunderbolt of the Devi. Virtuous qualities bloom like lotuses. Purified chitta, chitta is the mind stuff, is the bow through which powerful thoughts are discharged like arrows. And pitcher refers to the Shubh Sanskaras, or divine impressions of the unconscious mind that we have accumulated. Rod is the symbol of discriminative knowledge that endows the intellect with a special power. Shakti or spear is the power that penetrates the heart of negative qualities and destroys them. Her sword removes delusions of the mind, and her shield protects the devotee from the forces of darkness. Kanch is the awakener of divine potentiality, and bell is the revealer of spiritual insight. Wine cup holds the bliss of samadhi, superconscious state. Trident destroys the triads, the three aspects of the relative words, which are the time, space, and causation. Nu stops the activity of the demoniac qualities, and discus Sudarshana slays the very root of all evils or ignorance. So, this is the mystical meaning. So, when you see these Devis with many hands and many weapons and things, just understand that there's a deeper implication. These vices, evil qualities have been so deep rooted over so many births that it's not easy to remove it just with one practice. It takes many weapons and many attempts as well before we will emerge victorious. And this is your own personal experience. Whenever you try to control anger or something, we it takes over, and then we realize that we are not there yet, so we can judge our sadhana by these things. So when you understand and you read these scriptures with faith, you will see how rich this whole beautiful text and mysteries, mystical beauty of these scriptures are, that have been explained with so much love. But we need faith and we need firm conviction, and these also, you will also cross over this battle of the world process. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.